Hi friends, I'm Tina. Welcome back to Whispering Cottage Home. It's that magical time of year again, isn't it? The ground is finally waking up, the daffodils are peeking through the soil, and there's a crisp, sweet scent in the air that only comes with a late March morning. Today, I wanted to invite you inside for a little bit of a celebration. We're doing a full spring refresh, but with a very special guest of honour, the mischievous and beloved Peter Rabbit. Before we wander through the rooms, I'd love to know, what is your favourite memory of Beatrix Potter's stories? Did you have a favourite character growing up? Please share your stories in the comments. I read every single one, and they truly make my day. Let's start right here in the mudroom. This is the transition from the wild garden to the heart of the home. To capture that English countryside vibe, I've brought in a lot of organic textures. I've swapped out the heavy winter rugs for a hand-woven sisal runner. Nestled in the corner is a primitive pine bench. I found at a local estate sale it has that beautiful original chippy paint that tells a story of decades past. I've styled it with a collection of aged terracotta pots. Some even have a bit of real moss clinging to the sides. It reminds me of Mr. McGregor's garden, doesn't it? Just imagine Peter squeezing under the gate. I've tucked a few sprigs of fresh-cut pussy willow into a tall ironstone pitcher. It's a simple way to bring the outdoor awakening inside without feeling cluttered. For those looking at home renovation projects this season, focusing on these small transitional spaces can add so much value and character to your daily routine. Moving into the kitchen, the soul of the cottage, I've decided to lean heavily into the cabbage patch aesthetic. I've brought out my grandmother's Bordalo Pinheiro green cabbage leaf plates. They have such a tactile, sculptural quality that feels both sophisticated and playful. On the centre of the harvest table, I've laid down a vintage linen runner with a delicate hemstitch detail. Instead of a traditional floral centerpiece, I'm using a rustic wire egg basket filled with hand-painted ceramic eggs in shades of duck egg blue and soft primrose yellow. I've also scattered a few stray carrots, the kind with the long, feathery green tops still attached across the table to give it that just harvested look. If you're considering custom cabinetry or a kitchen remodel, remember that open shelving is the perfect stage for these seasonal rotations. It allows your heirlooms to breathe and be seen. I'm curious, friends, do you have any Peter Rabbit-inspired decor and Easter ideas, or a spring cottage home refresh plan of your own to share? Maybe you're planning a little makeover in the guest room, or refreshing your porch. Let me know your plans. And if you're enjoying this stroll through the cottage, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps our little community grow so much. Now, let's settle into the living room. This space is all about layers. I've tucked away the heavy wool throws and replaced them with lightweight cotton matelassé coverlets in a creamy buttermilk shade. On the sofa, I've added a few needlepoint cushions featuring botanical motifs, lilies of the valley and wild violet. On the mantel, I've created a little vignette that feels like a page from a storybook. I have a collection of vintage Beatrix Potter figurines, the little porcelain ones from Beswick, England. I've perched Peter, Jemima Puddleduck and Tom Kitten among a row of old leather-bound books. To frame them, I've draped a garland of dried eucalyptus and silk sweet peas. It's whimsical without being childish. Lighting is so important when you want to highlight these details. I always recommend high-end light fixtures, or even just vintage brass floor lamps with pleated silk shades to create that soft golden glow as the sun starts to set. It makes the hand-carved details on the antique side tables really pop. Over in the sunroom, I've set up a small garden tea corner. I'm using a set of mismatched floral teacups, mostly English bone china with rose and lavender patterns. I've also included a primitive wooden birdhouse that I've aged with a bit of tea staining to make it look like it's been sitting in a meadow for years. Bringing in nature doesn't just mean flowers. I love using natural bird nests, ethically found of course, and feathers as accents. It grounds the Easter theme in reality. For those of you who enjoy luxury gardening tools or spending time in your flower beds, this is a great way to bridge your hobby with your interior design. As we wrap up our tour, I hope you feel inspired to tuck a little bit of whimsy into your own corners this spring. Whether it's a single sprig of lilac in a juice glass or a full table set for an Easter brunch, the goal is to create a sanctuary that reflects the beauty of the season and the nostalgia of our favourite childhood tales. Thank you so much for spending your afternoon with me at Whispering Cottage Home. Don't forget to like this video if it brought a smile to your face, and hit that notification bell so we can keep catching up every week. I'll see you in the next one. Happy decorating and happy Easter.